What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Nicola Espresso and welcome to today's video. Now today is going to be another recap video. Last one I did was about 3 weeks ago, and in that time we actually got a lot of solid information about what we have since been able to call advanced warfare. So you've probably heard all the info already, either here up on my channel if you're an avid viewer or someplace else amongst the web. Regardless, we're going to recap it here all for you today. Firstly, before we got anything confirmed, we had a ton of teasers, from screenshots to audio files to everything in between. Well, maybe not everything, but to make it short and sweet, we got glimpses of what Call of Duty will be releasing this year. Also, in the past 3 weeks, we could stop calling it Call of Duty 2014. On May 1st, the controlled reveals began. Now, Advanced Warfare was the first of many large reveals. It surprised a lot of people, especially me. Personally, I thought they would have stuck close to the chest. They didn't dispel any rumors about Modern Warfare 4, almost letting the hype for it build tremendously, which, by the way, is a great move, but they did decide to go on to a brand new adventure. So, to kick off our reveal date, on May 1st, Call of Duty did a nice little project with Vice. It was a teaser documentary as to the plot of the game, and it was actually really interesting in the way that it was presented, as well as the information contained within. Little did they know that the actual trailer they were hyping up would leak later that night, and as of 1 AM Eastern, the Advanced Warfare trailer was leaked and went live, and Sledgehammer and Activision saw this and actually were really good sports about it. They released the trailer early instead of waiting until Sunday, May 4th. So we ended up getting the official trailer on YouTube and all the same day as some great reveals. Now, I'm going to be totally candid here for a second. I'm 100% impressed with Sledgehammer thus far and Call of Duty. In the history of Call of Duty, no one has kept things that close to the chest and had everything ready to go on their own timetable. It shows some great stability and commitment from the Sledgehammer studio. But moving on, we got a little taste of the plot, and I hate to do this, but right off the bat, we're going to have some discrepancy. The year is 2054 or 2052. There are conflicting sources, either a typo somewhere on Call of Duty's end or somewhere on Game Informer's end. But until we know more, you'll be seeing both sides listed. But Kevin Spacey is our main antagonist. He was teased throughout the day and even a little bit before so in some files that were discovered before any information was actually revealed. Now, our main character will be Private Mitchell, who leaves the Marines to join up and be a part of the private military corporation Atlas, which is owned by our antagonist Jonathan Irons, played by Kevin Spacey. Irons is the CEO and founder of Atlas. Now, Atlas has a lot of power. They are the biggest PMC in the world, and they have international sanctions provided by the United Nations, allowing them to step in before any government allowance after a catastrophic event. And how perfect a Call of Duty with a catastrophic event. Now, all jokes aside, they can respond first to anything, and what's the scary part about this scenario is the fact that it's not so much fiction when you look at it in terms of the real world. Sledgehammer did a great job at researching and getting this point across. Now, back on track, Atlas has access to some of the greatest tech ever imaginable at the time in this game, and this is where things like exosuits and energy cannons come in. We're definitely going to be seeing a ton of cool tech coming in the next title. So, as for what Atlas is doing in the campaign, so far, very little is known, though Game Informer detailed 2 levels of the campaign, and I'll cover that here very briefly. If you haven't seen my video about it yet, be sure to check it out. I actually went into detail and listed these 2 levels, telling you guys what happened in them. Basically, the world is crippled by a series of events Sledgehammer says is like a global 9/11. A terrorist network known as the KVA are behind the attacks, and seeming to me like there will be a twist of the wrist and bad guys here in this campaign, but who knows. Now, continuing on, San Francisco remained a safe haven for the time being, though the KVA got there and destroyed the Golden Gate Bridge, and our character Mitchell must stop their ensuing invasion. Now, flash forward and we go to a search and destroy or a search and assist mission in downtown Detroit. I'm not sure which one it will be, but Detroit was amongst the cities affected by the attacks, and we get to see some stealthy play as well as engage in some firefights. Now, along with the story, we also got a bunch of other miscellaneous information, so we're going to go over some of the important stuff that came out in the past couple weeks here. Let's start with the pre-order bonus. Sledgehammer did things right. They put a pre-order bonus for Ghost as well as Black Ops 2 in effect. It would cater to those who managed to stick with Ghost as well as those who couldn't and went back to Black Ops 2. But regardless, the camo goes live tomorrow, as well as the rest of the pre-order customization options. Be sure to check back here on my channel for a video showcasing those personalization packs. I made sure to pre-order it so I could give you guys a good look at it to decide if you want to pre-order and get it for yourself. Now, next up, we have the development information. Now, we were told that Advanced Warfare would be a next-gen first development, meaning the game will be able to utilize hardware for next-gen, making the possibilities drastically better than current-gen, but we'll get to that more in a second. 2nd, we found out Advanced Warfare was in development for just about 3 years now. Right after the launch of Modern Warfare 3 is when Advanced Warfare was started. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Sledgehammer had a project they were going to present to Activision, but ended up not being able to because they were asked by Activision to step in and help on Modern Warfare 3 and help Infinity Ward avoid crashing and burning. And after they did that, they saw the hard work and effort that Sledgehammer put into Modern Warfare 3. Activision then asked them to be the third developer for the COD franchise. So that brings us here today. So along with Advanced Warfare being a next-gen first development process, we're promised a lot of innovation and core mechanic experiments. Now, we'll see where this takes us, and there's no way to really know until we've played the game, but along with the innovation comes the promises of a new engine as well as a new audio engine. Now, as for a little brief recap on the engine talk, Call of Duty has been the same Tech 3, aka Infinity Ward engine, since Call of Duty 3, I think it was. Now, it wasn't confirmed, but I heard rumor that Sledgehammer licensed out the Crytek engine, which was the engine used to build Crysis, notably known for its amazing performance and detail, especially in the PC gaming world. If that is the case, we could see a whole new world for Call of Duty, a new era perhaps, like they were branding. That engine would open up a lot of possibilities for environments, character models, mechanics, lighting, gun renders, all that kind of stuff. Like I mentioned before, it can take advantage of the next-gen capabilities and harness them for hopefully a great experience. As well as visually and mechanically, the audio engine could see an upgrade as well. I said this before too, but this would be amazing for the game. With a new engine and the next-gen hardware comes the ability to be able to have much better sound quality, as the need to compress audio files would not be needed. Now, I think the last thing that we'll talk about today is the co-op mode. Now, co-op has been a staple thanks to Treyarch and Zombies. Survival didn't live up to anybody's hopes in Modern Warfare 3, and Extinction came a little closer to doing it, but there are certainly large shoes to fill for Sledgehammer. While we don't know what, although I have put out a few speculation videos, we are at least guaranteed a co-op mode that we can say has the potential to make or break people's hopes for it. So that brings us to today. That's all that we really know right now about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now, of course, there's going to be a ton more information coming out here in the next couple months, but as for right now, this is all that we've got. So that's been my time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, please leave a like rating down below. Any shares to your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace for your OG like that are always greatly appreciated. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for the best of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare content. Any new news and information, you guys know exactly where to find it right here up on my channel. So thank you guys once again so much for watching. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. I shall see you guys tomorrow. Take care and peace.